Guys, so today's video is an exciting video. I'm going to show you guys a dupe for the Artis brushes. Those brushes are so expensive. I'm not even gonna like consider to buy them because I saw the prices to those and I was like, nope. So I wanted to get an alternative because I seen Makeup by Denise. She actually got a dupe for the Artis Elite brushes and I was like, that's so cool. Like well, of course they're gonna come out with brushes that are dupes for whatever brands that are high end and stuff. So I wanted to get them and I wanted to show you guys how they work. And if you're like me and you don't like to spend so much money when it comes to makeup and brushes, then this will be a great video for you. Don't mind me in my tank top and this little headband because it's really hot in my room and I wish I can turn on the fan, but I can't because then it will make a lot of noise. I don't want to do that, so I'm just gonna have to suck it up and deal with it. So this is what I got on eBay. Yes, I got mine on eBay. Some people get theirs on Amazon. It doesn't matter where you get it as long as the owner or whoever's selling it is a good seller. So make sure when you're going on eBay, make sure they have like over 95 stars or something like that, like they're a good seller basically. So just keep in mind that when you're shopping in eBay. So I got this one, and majority of them when I was searching in eBay, they all look the same. So I was like, you know what, this person has more stars and they have great reviews and they sold over 100 of these, so I trusted that. So I got this one and I was scared when I got it because it felt empty at first and I didn't realize that it was gonna be this huge. And it came in like this. So it came in like this plastic thing where you can insert it. And I was like scared for a second. I was like, is there anything in here? But there was, so I was really happy. So this is the box and it did come from another country, like I believe China or Hong Kong. I'll list everything down below. I'll list the seller down below so you can see for yourself. And it was really affordable. I'm not gonna front, it was really affordable. Like I said, I could be a little cheap, so I didn't want to spend on a $60 brush or a $500 set. So this, I got it for 28 something, like that. I'll post right here how much I got it for. So the good thing is that right now they having a discount, like 5% off or something like that. Originally it's $30, but if you get your hands on these as soon as possible, you can get it for cheaper. So you can see here, it doesn't say like it's the Artis or anything. It just says multi-purpose makeup brush, the beginning of beauty mermaid multi-brush brush. It's a long name. And I noticed when you flip it over, it's kind of upside down, so you have to flip it. So in the back, it tells you all these things about how soft it is and how it's a smooth uniform makeup, and it gives you like this nice makeup effect. And also it lists the numbers of the brushes, so it goes from the smallest brush to the biggest brush that they have in this set. And online, if you go on eBay and you go to the description box, if you go to their description, it actually describes each brush and what it's used for. And you can use some of these brushes it's like a multi-purpose, so it's not just for one part. Like for example, so if you have this little brush right here, it's just an example. If you have this brush number 6, you can use it for contour, you can use it for eyeliner, you can use it for like a lot of things. So I know number 6 would be great for like blending out my contour. I don't know about eyeliner. I read it and it said you can use it for eyeliner, but we'll see about that. Number 9 and number 10 would be great for blending out your lipstick or applying your lipstick. It could also be great for the bridge of your nose, for your highlight. There's so many things and I'll show you in this video. So I am a little scared to try these out because I don't know, like it can be great, but it can go left any minute. Oh, okay. This is how they look. It's a black and rose gold packaging. They have different ones, and I noticed these are kind of like a mirror in a sense. Like I'll show you the big ones. Because I know they have some of the elite brushes, the Artis brushes that are like a mirror effect. So you can kind of see them and they're kind of hard to take out. So yes, you see, it's like a mirror. You can see yourself. The first thing I did when I got these, I wanted to see if they were really soft. And oh my God, they're really, really soft. I don't know. It feels like a suede couch. I don't know. Like that's the best way I can describe it. They don't feel like an actual makeup brush that I'm used to trying out, like from Morphe or from Sigma. These are really, really small. And I don't know how will this work for foundation because of how dense it is. So you see right here, it's pretty dense. It doesn't bend as opposed to an actual makeup brush. As opposed to an actual makeup brush that I'm used to, they have more flexibility as opposed to this one. This one seems more stiff, so I don't know how is this gonna work. Before I use these, I am gonna use my brush cleanser. I mean, I could just wash them. I didn't wash them when I had the chance to because I really wanted to just put this up for you guys so you can see. And you know, it's like a first impressions as well. So I wanted to show you guys how will these work. And yes, I have my Sephora daily makeup brush cleanser. So I am gonna clean the brush real quick, all of them. I'm gonna clean them real quick and we'll get started. I already have my eye makeup, so it's kind of defeating the purpose on using the liner, but I can try to incorporate something else with the small brushes, but I'm gonna try my hardest to not mess up my eyebrows because the way this brush is, like, I don't know. Okay, so I'm like a little bit nervous. So before we get started, I already primed my face a lot earlier with my NYX Angel Veil primer. And then I also applied a little bit of the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. So I applied that already, so just telling you now. I'm gonna start off with my foundation. I love using this. I was not using it for a while because I was trying other foundations, but when I tried this again, I fell in love with it all over again. So this is the Born This Way foundation, and it does have a pump, so I'm gonna add it onto the brush. So here we go. So that's 4 pumps right there. All right, here we go. It blends pretty well. I mean, it feels weird. It really does feel weird to be using this to blend my foundation out. Take it down to the neck area. Yeah, it feels very weird. I don't have an actual routine when it comes to blending out my foundation. Like, this is how I do it. I don't go from like, you know, one here and then here and then here. Like, I just go everywhere. I don't add too much foundation on my forehead because I usually apply bronzer and I just apply concealer here. So it's like no purpose of me having to put too much foundation around my forehead. I feel like this brush, it blends okay, but then it kind of takes away the product. I don't know. I don't know if I like this brush yet. All I know is that when I try to blend out, I feel like it's removing or soaking up the product. Usually with this foundation, I have like a medium to full coverage, but with this brush, like me using this brush, I feel like it's not covering up the places that I want it to cover up. I feel like it's soaking up the product and it's not even giving me the coverage. Just to keep in mind, like, I'm not trying to have too much high hopes with this because I did get off of eBay. You know what I mean? It would be different if I had actually bought the Artis brushes, and that would be a different story. It blends, but it just gives you like that sheer look, and I don't really like that because I still have some redness right here. Can't really tell because of the lights. It's too bright right now, but up close I still see some of my blemishes here and here, the redness, and I should have corrected, but I just wanted to give these brushes a try, like straight on, to see if it actually covers very well and blend well. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to concealer. Let's see how this is gonna work. So I'm gonna apply two of my favorite concealers, the Urban Decay Weightless Coverage Concealer and my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. So I'm gonna apply these two both on my face and we'll see if it actually blends out my concealer. So this is how I conceal. I put the IT Cosmetics concealer first because it has a little bit of a correcting tone. Like it actually corrects my under eyes and it covers very well. And then I applied the Urban Decay concealer because it has a little bit of yellow. So I'm gonna use this one right here. It's on the medium side. Like there's a big one that I just used for my foundation. Then it's like a second one for foundation. And then there's this one. And then there's also this one right here that's a little bit more thicker and bigger. But I'm gonna use this one because I don't want to just use the big one. I don't know, I just don't want to. I'm not gonna lie, like just using these already, I feel like they feel stiff. I noticed they are soft when you touch them, but they're very stiff. And as I was saying earlier in the video, that I don't know how is it gonna blend out because of the bristles. Like it's so stiff compared to an actual makeup brush. And maybe it's because I'm not used to it. I don't know. It could be that reason. But what I do know is that when you have a flexible brush, it actually blends very well. So what you guys think? You think it blended out my under eyes very well? I know I kind of messed up a little bit. Like I went over my eyeliner with the brush. But yeah. I'm going to set my under eye concealer with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I am going to use one of the brushes. So I'm going to use this one. It's like a bigger one that I use for the concealer. And I'm going to set it. I'm so used to setting my under eyes with a sponge. So it's going to be tricky and a challenge to set it with these kind of brushes. All right. Okay. And this is how much product it just soaked up. Not bad. It didn't move my foundation or anything, or my concealer. And look, some of the product came off. Surprisingly, it actually, most of the product came off and it set my foundation. That's good. I'm also going to use a little bit of coverage for my under eyes with my Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo powder brush. Now that I'm done with my under eyes, I'm going to do the face. I'm going to do a cream contour. I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Conceal. And this is in the shade, what is this? Espresso. So I'm going to cream contour. Wish me luck. I'm gonna add a little bit around my nose. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do the nose area first. I know it looks a little crooked, but once you blend everything out, it'll come out good. So I'm gonna use a little bit of the facial water on this little brush. I'm gonna use this small brush, and I think this would be great for blending out contour. For concealer, that is way too much. Okay, let me just add a little bit of foundation. I feel like the smaller brushes are just so easy to use when it comes to blending out, because I noticed with the big foundation brush it wasn't working as well, but this, I really like this one. To blend this out, I'm going to use the same brush that I used to conceal my under eyes, so that way it can kind of tone down the contour. So let's see how it blends. So I feel like I blended it out a little bit, and I am going to apply a little bit of my concealer for the underneath of my contour to clean it up. Look at that. I just cleaned it up with the leftover concealer. Look at that. I don't think there's any way to blend properly when it comes to these brushes. I'm just kind of working with it the best way I can, because I don't really know how to really, it does take up a little bit more time than I usually do my makeup, because I be doing my face real fast. But when it comes to these brushes, I feel like you have to get used to using these. This is like crazy. Just using all these brushes just to apply my makeup, I never thought. So now I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm not gonna apply or top it with an actual powder bronzer, so I feel like this is okay. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of blush. This is the Model Co Cosmetics blush cheek powder, and I got this in an Ipsy bag about last year. I am going to use the second biggest brush that's in the collection. This is the second biggest from the foundation one. All right, so I'm not gonna pick up too much because, like I said, it's very pigmented. So that's how much product I picked up. All right. Okay. Oh my God, that's way too much. All right, let me blend it out. Oh my God, that's way too much. I just picked up too much blush. Oh my God. You see that? Okay, just blend it out. Blend it out. Yep, I'm an official clown. I feel like this side has less product than this side, so I am going to tone it down a little bit with my Kat Von D powder. That blush is way too pigmented. You gotta use a little bit. A little bit goes a long way when it comes to this blush. I'm gonna use the highlight from ColourPop. This is in the shade Lunch Money. And I'm not a big fan of their highlights, to be quite honest with you. Yes, I said it. I'm not a fan of this highlight from ColourPop. I love ColourPop, but I just don't like the highlights at all. My highlight, I'm gonna use the same brush that I used to apply my translucent powder. The reason being because all the other brushes are just small, so I'm gonna use the same one. I just cleaned off the residue. I feel like it doesn't really show as much. I'm gonna switch out. Take two. So for my highlight, I'm gonna use this Essence eyeshadow in the shade Cappuccino Please. And for an eyeshadow, shimmery eyeshadow, it's really nice for highlighting. So I'm gonna go back again and apply. it doesn't give me the same effect when I use a fan brush or my usual highlighting brush from Jessup. I don't know. I just feel like it removes and moves the product around, but it doesn't like. So I'm using this little fella right here for the bridge of my nose. Okay, not bad. I prefer to do it with my finger. Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna use this teeny tiny brush for my inner corner to give me that highlight. I don't even see it. Oh, nope. I don't like this. I prefer to use my actual brushes to give me that highlight, you see? But when I use that brush, it doesn't really highlight my inner corners. All right, so I just spray some MAC Fix Plus to just let everything soak in, and you know, I added a lot of powder, so you know, I gotta let that look all flawless. Now for the lips, this is gonna be tricky. I know I said that like about everything else, but it worked out pretty well, but for the lips it's different. So I'm gonna use Jeffree Star's Gemini liquid lipstick, and I'm gonna use the smallest tiny brush that's in the collection. I added some to my hand, and I'm gonna pick up the product using this brush right here. All right, so let me get a mirror. Let's do this. I don't really like it like that with this kind of brush. I don't know how some people do it. I saw some people use this on Instagram. I don't know how they do it, but I'm gonna just go straight from the tube. Okay, so I did my bottom mascara and I did my lips. I love this color so much. Honestly, for the first time using them, they're not that bad. I actually like how my makeup looks. It doesn't look too bad. The only problem that I have is with the foundation one. I feel like it soaks up the product so much. I didn't like that it gave me a sheer coverage. I prefer a medium to full coverage. I mean, I didn't have too much high hopes for this type of brush because remember how I was saying that it's pretty dense and it doesn't give you like that flexibility to blend out your foundation. So that was my only problem with this brush. These three are like the dream team. These blend so well, especially for your under eyes. It kind of takes a lot of blending to do because of the type of brush they are, but they blend very beautifully. I like how it sets my under eyes. It's not comparable to the Beauty Blender, but I like the fact that when it comes to brush, this kind of sets the under eye really nicely. And as for blending on my concealer, it's not that bad neither. I mean, I wasn't really like looking forward to it because I have a certain technique when it comes to blending on my under eye concealer, but it didn't do too bad. I love this for setting my under eyes. I mean, this one is a little bit more denser and it's bigger, just like the foundation one, but this one is more flat and this is more round. You could see the difference, and it looks really good. Like my under eye concealer looks really good. What I have to say about these three, I'm not a big fan of it. This one I'm not a big fan, so this is not good for me. Maybe it will be great for something else, but as opposed to doing my contour for my nose, it's perfect. I mean, this is pretty good to use for contour for your face. Maybe that would be great for it too, because I know they have a flat contour brush, but I like these so far. I mean, it did great. The only thing is I added too much product on my nose, but it did great for blending out as well. And you saw that I used this or the other one just to blend out the contour shade, and it's not bad. I'll probably give this one a try again, maybe like off camera. Maybe this would be great for something else, maybe for contouring the nose a little bit more. But these two, I mean, I wouldn't say it's great for lipstick. You saw how I tried to put it on and it wasn't giving me that full lipstick color, the pigmentation. It wasn't giving me the great payoff that I usually like my lipsticks to be. And as for this, maybe it'll be great for like a little bit of highlight. I mean, I don't know. I'll give this one a try again, but overall these brushes are not that bad. I don't know about the real ones, but all I can tell you for these, for just 28 bucks and the quality of it, it's not that bad. I don't mind them. Maybe this would be great for like on the rush, who knows, like if I'm rushing to go somewhere or I'm gonna go to the supermarket real quick, I'll just throw on some foundation and then just apply like that, and it probably will give me like a sheer coverage. I know this foundation pretty well. I use it all the time. It gives me a medium coverage. I mean, it's supposed to be like skin because it's the foundation that is named like that, and the formula and the way it's put on your face, like it does come out like a skin like, but I just know the foundation pretty well to know that it doesn't give me that kind of coverage like it did today. Like it gives me more, and I just didn't like the fact that when it came to this brush, it just kind of soaked up the product. Is it worth $28 to $30? I mean, it's not gonna hurt your pocket, but if you're really interested and you're eager to really try these out and you don't wanna pay the full prices for the actual Artis brush, then go ahead and get them. I'll list the link down below where to get them. And I got them from a good seller, and I didn't know that it was gonna come that fast to my house. It said like around maybe 3 weeks, but when I got them, it was like a week and a half later. That's all I have to say about the brushes. Let me know in the comments down below if you have the original, the real one, or if you do have the dupe. Maybe it's not this kind, but maybe you have a different one from somewhere else. Let me know in the comments down below. Okay guys, I'll end the video right here, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.